Hello, my wonderful, amazing artists. It's me, Miss Abby, your art teacher, and today we are getting inspired by two things that are related to each other. We're getting inspired by a lot of those abstract coloring sheets that you might see, or maybe you've even tried coloring them in. They're pretty fun. And their kind of origin, which is in the Tibetan Buddhist tradition of creating mandalas. Mandalas are used in a lot of different cultures around Asia, including kind of Tibetan Buddhism, Japanese Shintoism, and Hinduism in now India. And they're artworks that use abstract designs, starting with a circle, to help people focus, help them meditate, and help them find some kind of a peaceful energy, so to calm down and focus. And that is why people kind of got inspired by that idea to create those coloring pages that a lot of us see or maybe have tried out. But the origin is actually from ancient cultures in Asia. And today we're going to do it ourselves. We're going to try out creating mandalas, kind of like creating your own coloring sheet. So let's get started. What you need for this project is a paper, and I'm going to use a pencil and a gray marker today, but you can use any coloring tools you want. I'm keeping it in two colors because I want to copy this and send it to you guys as a coloring page. And then you need to look around and find things that are circular. Like this, like this. This, you have two circles. And those we're going to use to trace as templates. Because it's hard drawing a perfect circle all by yourself, right? A ruler would also be handy to help you draw straight lines or maybe measure if you like measuring. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to start my mandala by creating a circle. I'm tracing out a paper plate. Then I'm going to do what I call concentric circles. What are called concentric circles, or circles inside of circles inside of circles, like the target or the bullseye in a game of darts. Oops, that's not quite even. Or the target logo of concentric circles. And I'm going to use very lightly. I'm having trouble keeping things centered, so I'm going to put some guidelines down the middle of my paper with my ruler to help me get things nice and centered. I'm finding that it's always helpful to have a guideline, and we can incorporate it into the project later. And I'm doing it in pencil so I can erase. So we've got circles inside of circles inside of circles. That was a pretty good, solid start. There you go. Now that we have our circles, we can think about, okay, how do we transform this into something cool? Do we want to divide the circles into sections like a pizza? Do we want to add some shapes inside the circles? Maybe we want, I think I want to do some curvy lines, kind of like a flower. So I'm going to go kind of like this. Going to add curvy lines right here. And mine is not going to be perfect. I'm going to take my time working on it. That's part of the fun of this project. It is something I could spend all day working on. And I'm thinking about how they remind me of flowers personally. I'm going to add an even smaller circle inside here. The challenging part for me is keeping everything centered. This might be a little off kilter, and that's a-okay. And this is all sketchy. I'm going to get a big eraser and erase at the end of my project today, because it needs it. And I'm just drawing the insides, adding different elements, tidying them up, making them nice and
perfect. And the ancient people who invented the idea of mandalas were really onto something, because I am very much feeling very calm and chill right now. I'm feeling great. Very happy. So I'm going to keep drawing and adding to these circles, adding shapes, lines, and designs.
here's what I got so far. I'm leaving the, I think this would be awesome to color in, but I'm actually going to leave it blank so I can scan it and send it to you guys as a coloring page. And first I'm going to erase, but as you can, I think it's good to see the number of scratch marks and pencil lines that go into making something like this, because oftentimes you see works that are all finished, and this is a chance to see something that's not quite so perfect yet. I also think that if I did this a second time and a third time, I would be able to do it even faster and even better. Okay. Ta-da! Here's my finished mandala. And for me, this is finished because I'm going to scan this and send it to you guys. But if you wanted to, I think this would be so much fun to color in and to make it look really beautiful. I hope you give this a try. Have fun making art by starting with a circle inspired by the tradition of mandalas. Bye! Have fun making art!